across the country. It's called xylazine, also known as Tranq. It's an animal tranquilizer with flesh-eating side effects. It's being mixed with other drugs like heroin, but it doesn't respond to the life-saving overdose treatment, Narcan. You know, this is the stuff they want to put in your kid's backpack. It's already been blamed for thousands of overdoses as experts try to catch up and keep track of the spiking trend. Doctors don't really know how to test for it, making this drug all the more dangerous. So I went to Detroit, where the cases are on the rise, to learn more. Now, warning, some of these images are graphic, but we want to show you the reality of this alarming problem. Watch. Americans have become all too familiar with the word fentanyl, and now a new deadly, horrifying drug is emerging in some of America's cities. It's called xylazine.
Xylazine it's a non-opioid medication. It's specifically used for veterinary medicines, so it's not approved for human use, but it's used as an analgesic, anesthetic, and a sedative for sort of larger animals like horses. But it's been making its way around in the illicit drug supply.
Dr. Vroom Vora, a toxicologist and leading expert on the lethal substance in Michigan, has witnessed firsthand just how dangerous xylazine is.
Central nervous system depression, so people looking sedated. So they call it zombie drug for a reason. Pinpoint pupils, just like opioids cause. And you'll have respiratory depression as well, so where people have trouble breathing, where they eventually will stop breathing if left untreated. Now, the exact mechanism isn't quite definitively established, but chronic users have been found to have these nasty skin ulcerations, which are quite painful.
But testing and treatment are far behind the rapid spread of this drug, exploding in major cities across the country. What can be used to counter it? Because Narcan doesn't work, right?
Right, exactly. So it is a non-opioid, right? But even though it causes similar signs and symptoms for a lot of what opioids cause, naloxone will typically not work. So typically it's just supportive, symptomatic and supportive care. So you're going to be watching the patient's blood pressure, their heart rate, making sure that their airway is protected, and just monitoring those intensely.
Are people aware of what they're taking?
Well, like fentanyl, the fentanyl trend, users may be seeking it out now that they know that it could augment their high, right? So users could be experiencing what we call physiological tolerance, where it takes more of a drug to produce the same effect. So if there's something new added into the mix to augment that, they could be seeking that out.
Set door down, I'm on my way. I sped down I-75 to get here. I called the cops. They were here before I got here, and they wouldn't let me in the house. He was already gone. I hated myself because I wasn't here to save him.
You decided to take a different approach.
Yes. We didn't kick him out because I didn't want that call in the middle of the night again.
You followed him? You figured out who the drug dealers were?
I was an enabler. I would go to the abandoned houses and look in the houses and that, because I didn't want that call. And eventually I took him because I wanted to know where he was going.
You took him to the dealers?
Yep.
Is there anything you would have done differently with your two sons?
Probably find more better programs that I could, but they were non-affordable.
This crisis, front and center on law enforcement's radar. In his courtroom, Michigan District Judge Gregory Clifton saw firsthand the damage addiction can cause and is taking action. Judge, you've developed a reputation for caring about these people that are addicted to the drugs. Where does this passion come from?
Came in with a harder outlook. I thought people that use drugs were essentially criminals. Over time, that no, they're not bad people. They're sick people that need help, and that's what drove me to look for resources on how we could help them, change their lifestyle. You have these pictures of young people that we've lost because of their addiction. Why does that hit home for you? Reminds me and motivates me how important my job is, because somebody could lose their life. And honestly, I've made a few bad decisions, release somebody when I should not have, and I find out down the road that they're no longer with us. So I have to remind myself every day that I have to do the right thing.
Asa, I still wait for him to walk through the door. And at night, I still think that I hear the door open and that. So there's times that I, think they're coming.